Broadcasting around the world on the World Wide Web.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. Broadcasting live from the Josie Network studios in downtown Medina, Tennessee. It's that time of week again. It's time for the Josie Show. Bringing you the most exciting music news and guests from around the world. Right here on the Josie Show. Please make welcome the beautiful, the talented, the lovely, America's radio sweetheart, Mrs. Josie Assentino Moon.
Hello, everyone. I hope y'all are having an amazing day today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you wherever you're tuned in from. We love you all very dearly, and I hope you enjoy the whole show. We have great interviews. We have Sabrina Fallah coming on and Aaron Lacombe. So two great guests for us. We also have a song from each of our guests here today as well. So stay tuned for the whole show. You do not want to miss a second. Please welcome to the Josie Show my guest, Sabrina Fallah. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. So I wanted to know, how did music all start for you? When did you realize this was what you wanted to do?
I feel like I was born right into it. So as soon as I was born, I was humming tunes. Then then in school, I would write short stories and poetry.
Uh-huh. And
then I learned the piano at age 10, grabbed the guitar at age 15 or 16, won my first singing competition at 14. So that was when I knew I wanted to become a singer at 14. But then somebody told me you need to learn an instrument. Right. And I didn't think I could carry the keyboard everywhere because I'm like, that would be heavy. So I learned the guitar, and I felt it was more me to play the guitar than play the keyboard.
Right. And easier.
Yeah. And then in 2004, I heard the American Idiot album by Green Day. Mm-hmm. And that's when I'm like, I want to be a rock singer. So so they made me who I am today. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's how it all came about. Yeah.
That's how it all came to be, and here you are today. I think that's great. And how would you best describe your sound for someone who may not have had the chance to hear your music yet?
Think of Green Day, Bon Jovi, and Billy Idol mixed into one, and with a twist of me.
Yes.
I listen to them. I listen to their lyrics. I listen to their music. Like I really see what they write about and how they write it, and think about, okay, what do I want to do? I'm more influenced by Green Day. But Bon Jovi and Billy Idol, I have to bring them in, right? So,
right.
and I've also seen them all live, so I'm so happy that I've seen Billy Idol. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's a mix of everything of theirs. But I have had people tell me that vocally, I sound like the Cranberries, Melissa Etheridge, Pat Benatar, and Joan Jett. So... But the funny thing is, I don't listen to them, but somehow I sound like them vocally. So,
that's funny.
I know. It's interesting that I sound like them, but I'm like, I don't really listen to them daily. But it's nice.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, still a compliment.
Yeah, I'll take it.
For sure. I love that. And people do say that you have such a powerful, and the raspiness to your voice, it's very unique. It's just a beautiful voice. So you're very welcome. And I want to chat about your compilation CD. It's self-titled with a bonus track titled Everything. Can you tell us about this CD and about this bonus track, Everything?
So when I got signed in 2019, my label told me to put all my songs together in one and add a bonus track. Because I know when you get signed, the label wants to have something and to push it out under their name too. So
right.
So they said, give me a track. So I have, when I record songs, I always have extra songs behind me. In case somebody says, do you have an extra song to put out quickly? You know, because you need it. I have those songs that haven't been released, but they're ready to be released.
Right.
So I had everything. Everything is not my song. Actually, Chris Burkett, who produced it, wrote it with his daughter and gave me the song to sing because he thought my voice would fit the song perfectly. So I said, sure, I'll try it. And he liked it. I liked it. So it was just sitting there. So when my label said, you want to put it out? I said, yeah, let's do it. So that's how that song was actually recorded a few years before I released it. So
okay. Yeah. I love it.
That's why I said I have songs already recorded, but it just wasn't the right time to release it.
Yeah.
You know, some songs need a certain time. So yeah, but I'm glad it's out now.
Yes, it's out now, and it is available on your website, SabrinaFallah.com, but also available on, like, Spotify and all of the outlets that you could find music today. It's all over the place. Yes. Please check it out, everybody. You will be able to find it. And your song, Paradise Comes with a Price, is in the audio drama podcast Story Alone.
Oh, my God.
Tell us about that.
Oh, Terrell Jackson would love that you asked me that question.
Yeah.
He wrote the book.
Wow.
Yeah, so how I got to it, he posted in a Facebook group, actually. I'm looking for songs about depression and anxiety, and I'm like, okay, my song has not been pushed out because it's about depression. So I'm like, that's perfect. A book, a project, it goes in his book, goes on Spotify, more people hear it, it helps him, and then it helps me too. So, I'm really happy to be involved. I'm also doing mental health awareness projects as well on the side. I'm trying to help people through it because the last couple of years have been very hard for a lot of people with COVID and everything. Terrell has dealt with mental health, and that's why he wrote the book, to help people to understand that this is depression and this is what you go through it. So he wrote it about his own experiences. He made a book out of it, which is cool, that you get to hear it in a book, and everybody is acting it out. So he got people to be cast members to act it out, and it's so cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so anybody who wants to hear it, it's on Spotify. You can contact me or go on my page and you can find it there. But if anybody gets triggered by anxiety or depression stories, you shouldn't go to it because it goes deep.
Yes, it does. Oh, and it's very relatable, especially like you said, nowadays, especially dealing with COVID and all of that. I mean, it's much needed nowadays. You know what I mean? So
I
great.
think people need help more than they're saying.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. And I'm glad that there's books and songs out there for this. You know what I mean? So I think that's great. And another thing I want to mention, which is pretty cool, you've had the opportunity to work with producers such as Stuart Epps and Chris Burkett and Kent Wells, who, of course, is Dolly Parton's producer. Come on now.
I think I was in her studio, but I was hoping to meet her, but I was actually in her booth. And in front of the mic that she has sang in front of.
That is crazy.
I feel her there.
Yeah. You felt the energy. I love that.
But, it's Nashville, great experience. All my producers were great, and they have all worked with massive artists. So I have been in the studios with so many other artists being there. But Nashville was very different. I walked into the studio was bigger. That was the biggest studio. I can't remember the name because it was so long time ago.
Yes.
That was a big studio.
Yes. What a great experience for you, right? Wow.
Yeah, and meeting Ken, being her bandmate and her producer, and actually he helped me exactly the same way he helped Dolly.
Right.
So everything he was telling me in the studio, he did the same thing with Dolly. So it's so cool.
That is so cool.
Very, very, very friendly, very nice. Yeah.
Yes. What's great. You know, what I think is so great about working with producers who are known for producing artists, you know, big acts like Dolly, is they're able to really, you know, guide you in the right direction. They'll listen to you and also make sure that the product that they put out and, you know, is something you're proud of, you know. So that's what the most important thing is.
And the other thing is, some people might think they might be stricter because they have worked with the bigger acts.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
He was just as nice and calm and helpful, and if I was stressed in any way, he would help me calm. Like, producers should know how to get you ready and get you feel relaxed, because I'm not a relaxed person. I'm always feeling I have to do something.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? But I don't give up. So I try to do things perfect, and I don't waste time, because, you know, there is a time that somebody else has to come in to the studio. So I had 3 hours per day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. In Nashville, I had 2 shows, and I had to do it after studio, after 3 hours of singing.
Oh, my goodness.
The way to do it is after you sing for 3 hours, you just don't talk. It works, actually. Just don't talk. Yeah.
Right. You would.
Talking.
It helps. It does. It's serious. Seriously, it does.
But some people don't stop talking, but you have to.
Yeah.
Rest the vocals, let it sleep a bit, and then it's going to open up like it's rested. Yeah.
Yes, that's so important. That's great. That's great advice too for any artists who are listening. That's great advice. You got to heal. You got to rest your voice. That's very, very important. And I have to ask you, are you working on any new music or writing that you could tell us about? What's been going on with you?
I'm doing projects.
Mm-hmm.
I am writing. I can't say anything yet because I don't like to say anything until it's like officially going into studio.
I understand.
But right now, I'm doing a lot of the mental health thing, and you'll see. You'll have to see and wait. You know, anything can show up at any moment.
Yes, stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. And they can also find you on Facebook and your website, right? Just type in your name.
Yes. I'm also on TikTok.
Nice.
And if they're like squirrels and cats, I have lots of that on there.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
I feed the squirrels. I have a cat, and they're very friendly.
They are.
And my cat is very nice to them. I train my cat. I said, if you come here, you have to be nice, because they're family.
Yeah.
They're friends.
Yes.
But except that little chipmunk, he wants the cat, but he can't, because I don't let him out. He's an indoor cat, so I don't want any of the animals to be hurt.
Absolutely. I hear you.
Just stay inside and just watch.
Exactly. Just watch them. That's all you can do. Yeah. Oh, that is so funny. I love it. Well, y'all have to go and check out Sabrina Fallah everywhere. And also all of the music is available, like I said, on Spotify, Amazon Music, everywhere you find music. And you're also a co-host on the morning show, Brian Sullivan's Early Show. You do that too sometimes, right?
I was thinking about that. I'm like,
yes.
Oh. Okay, so yes, I do co-host with Brian on the Brian Sullivan Early Show on Saturday from 6 to 7 Eastern. I love it.
That's wonderful.
If you want to know how I got that opportunity,
yes.
Brian interviewed me on Halloween Day in 2020, and our interview went so well that I stayed connected to him, because, you know, I'm like, he seems like a nice guy. I could be friends. And we stayed in touch for a few months, and then he said, you know what, join me. I said, what?
Yes.
And then he had to ask his boss, obviously, to make sure. And he said, yeah, sure, try it, see if it works. And over a year now, I've been hosting, so it's cool.
That is very cool. I love that. So you like to do many different things. I mean, and you know, that's what life is about. It's just different opportunities. Whatever that comes to you, you definitely want to do. I mean, you've tried it all. I mean, you've even done voiceovers, which is pretty cool.
It's interesting because I've always wanted to be on the radio.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the opportunity would be co-hosting too.
Yeah.
Which I took, because that helps me also with my career, because they also play my music too. So
Exactly. That is perfect. I love that, and I love everything that you do, and I want to thank you so much for joining me and chatting with me, and I'd love to have you back on anytime.
Definitely, I'll stay in touch.
Yes, please do. And anytime you have anything that you'd like to promote and talk about, you are always welcome here. So thank you, Sabrina. I had such a great time talking with Sabrina Fallah about all of what she has going on, and please make sure you check her out. She's an incredible artist. I love her voice. We do have a song of hers that I would love to play, All or Nothing, so here it is.
Tonight it's a crowd that won't back down. The whites of their eyes like a fire that won't go